Hey guys, I just pulled into the automotive paint store. I'm just going to do a real quick video here. I have the Popeye cabinet, Donkey Kong cabinet, whatever you want to call it, in the back of the van, and I also have the back door for Burgertime. I'm going to have them match both of the paints, and then when I get back to my shop, I'm going to show you how they match, how they look against the cabinet, and I will also video a picture of the two labels so you guys can get the paint codes off of them if anybody wants to use automotive paint for either of these two projects. So stay tuned. Okay guys, I'm back from the paint store. I've got two paints mixed up, one blue for the Nintendo cabinet, and then I have the orange mixed up for the Burgertime. Now keep in mind, this paint is old, faded, you know, dirty. We tried to clean a spot right here on the back door of the Burgertime to try to you know, get the best reading we could. We weren't having good luck with getting a reading. I actually rifled through a bunch of paint chips and came up with something I thought was going to look good in that color, also in the blue. So let's look at the orange first. Let me show you what it looks like against this orange, and then we can I'll show you the label. This is just an Omni paint made by PPG. It's just their cheaper version. There's no point in getting the real expensive paint. It's an arcade cabinet. Now this is a base coat. I'm going to apply a satin clear coat over top of it after the orange and all the other artwork is sprayed on the cabinet. I will come back at that point and apply a satin clear, which will make it look a little better. Now this is gonna look a little brighter, but I'll come in on the camera and show you. It's gonna dry a little darker than that as well. Obviously it's wet and it's thicker, but let me grab the camera and we'll come in on this real quick. It looks a little lighter right now, but I'm gonna let that dry for a couple minutes and we'll come back and see if it darkens up a little bit. But I think it's gonna be pretty close. Everything's gonna change once it gets sprayed and clear coated and all that. Now let me open up. Now that one is, this is the color on this one. The color number you're looking for is, you don't want the brand code. Trying to find it here. I don't think it's the brand code. Main layer, maybe it's this one, the 83467. I'm not sure, but here's the label. Hopefully I'm not wiggling around too much and you can see what it is. Now this is going to be the label on the blue for the Nintendo cabinet. I guess you would use the brand code, the 1114. So let me open this up and we'll put a dot on this cabinet and see what this looks like. And keep in mind, the camera might make this look a little bit brighter in color than it is in person. Okay, put a little dot of this. I think the blue's almost nailed it on the blue. I think the orange might be a hair lighter, but, well, yeah, maybe a hair. But there's the dot of blue right there. So once that dries, it should dry a little darker. Obviously this cabinet is filthy, and this is a laminated cabinet. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm going to Bondo and sand all these edges and fix them all up. We'll take all the monitor bolts out. We'll fix any net dents, scratches, or anything like that. And then I'm just going to sand the crap out of this cabinet, and we are gonna repaint it with that blue, and then we'll put a satin clear over top of it. Then it'll be nice and new. I don't want to peel this laminate off. I don't want to put vinyl over it or anything like that. I think my best bet with this is just to clean it, sand it, fix it, and paint it. Like this side's pretty chewed up, and it got a little worse when I put it in the van. So, I mean, it's not a big deal. It's fixable. But you got bad delaminating right down the edge there. But I'm not going to worry about it. I think it'll be fairly easy to fix. I've done way worse, so. And the inside's filthy, but we'll get it all taken out, cleaned up. Once again, if anybody has any monitor brackets to mount this monitor horizontally, please let me know. Having a hard time, I can't seem to find them. Like I said on the other video, this is a Donkey Kong cabinet. I am going to keep the Donkey Kong tag and all that stuff. The only thing I'm gonna do is rotate the monitor and turn this into a Popeye. If I want to take it back to a Donkey Kong, should be easy. Just got to change out a few things, harness. Somebody had mentioned that the power supplies are different. Now, I don't know which power supply this is in this cabinet. I have to try to find a number on it, because there is one that was used for Donkey Kong, Popeye, and a few other ones. And somebody had mentioned that you only need 5 volts to run Popeye. But I'll have to look at the Popeye board, because somebody else had mentioned that on the Popeye board, with the 12 volts and the 24 volts, which I don't know if the board actually takes 24 volts or if it's just a coin door that does. But anyways, the 12 volt lead and stuff like that, where it goes on the edge connector, on the Popeye board, there might not even be a trace on the board. So even if you did plug the edge connector in and there was no trace going through the board for 12 volts, it won't matter. You should have no problem running this power supply, because the 12 volts is just going to dead end at the edge connector. Or you can, come in here and take one of the pins out of one of the wires, or, maybe and maybe I'm wrong, and maybe the pin out is different on the plugs coming into the power supply, and maybe I need to repin it in a different direction. But whatever I have to do, I'll do. I mean, if I have to obviously get a different power supply, I'll get a different power supply. But something's telling me that that can be used, and it might be simple as swapping out a couple pins, or just letting the 12 volts dead end into the board if there's no trace. But we will figure that out. I'm not too concerned with that. This has got to come out, this board and this Trivia Whiz crap, all that's got to come out. Wiring harness is going to come out. Just like I do all the other arcade games, we'll go through it real good, clean it all up, make it look new again. I did order the white T molding from, I think it was Mike's Arcade or Arcade Shop. Supposedly they have the flat T molding. I'm not sure. I forget. I did order it for my Donkey Kong Jr. a couple years ago, and I just don't remember, and I didn't get a chance to look at it. So let's see how this is looking here. See, this is starting to darken up a little bit now. That's going to definitely darken up. It's definitely in the right color tone. I think it's going to be just fine. And to be honest with you, it actually might spray a little darker than that. Now that I'm thinking about it, once I put a couple coats on, I don't think we're going to be too far off, because if you look on the edges here, they're starting to dry almost to that color. So I'm happy with that. I think that's going to be just fine. So all right, guys, this is just a real quick video. I wanted to show you the labels on the paint cans, in case anybody wanted. I know somebody had mentioned that they wanted the paint code for the orange if I got a good match. So I think that's going to be good. I'm definitely going to be happy with that. If you guys can't see the labels clearly or need any more information, feel free to send me a message and I will respond. I can send you a picture, whatever you need. Just let me know. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching. If you like what you're seeing, if you'd like to see some of these future projects coming up, we have the Neo Geo, we have the Burgertime, we have Popeye, we have I still have to finish the Wizard of War, I have to finish the Cubert, I have to put the Dig Dug together. What else do we have back here? Let me think here real quick. We also have, boy, I can't even think right now. There's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cabinet that we need to do, and I think I'm gonna run a pie in that, because I think I'm just gonna put all the Konami 4-player games in the cabinet and just have like a menu to select what game you want to play. I used to have both turtle boards. I sold them years ago before they went through the roof, because now they're outrageously priced. And so I think I'm just going to run a pie in that for now. I mean, it can always be converted back to a, the original JAMA board. I'll probably put the original Turtles artwork on it because that's what that cabinet was. It was not a Turtles in Time cabinet, it was a regular Turtles cabinet, so I think I'll just stick with that theme and put that Turtles artwork back on it. Trying to think what else I have back there. Oh, there's a Gorf back there. There's a Tempest that I need to do. The Tempest monitor, my buddy's working on that right now to get it working. The board sets were repaired by Eugene Moss, I think his last name is. He repaired the board set for me and the power supply. What else do I have back there? Oh, we have the Carnival. Those board sets are out. I have two sets of boards for Carnival. Those are both out. They are getting repaired. I know that they are both currently working, but I don't think he's tested controls or anything like that yet on them. So those are mostly working, supposedly. I mean, they might completely be working for all I know. What else do I have back there? I'm trying to go off the top of my head, and I just having a hard time remember some of them. Oh, we have a dual versus Nintendo cabinet in the front garage, which is side by side, the upright version, and there is a Pong clone up there too that I want to get working one day, which I gotta try to con Jason, Arcade Jason, and give me a hand getting that up and running, because I'm kind of lost. I don't know what to do with that. I'm not real good with circuit board repair or anything like that. I can change some chips and caps and stuff like that, but when it comes to troubleshooting or something along those lines, that's beyond me. I have to usually send them out to get it fixed. So, all right, guys, enough rambling. I'm going to end this video here. Later on, I'm actually going to be working on the car for a little bit, so there'll be a car video coming up, and then I'm going to try to get down in the basement this evening and work on Cuber. I want to see if I can get that fired up, see if that monitor is going to work, so we can start getting this thing put together so that I can finish the Wizard of War, and then we could jump over to the Dig Dug. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. If you like what you're seeing and you would like to see what's going on with these future builds, please like and subscribe. Once again, you have any questions, comments, anything, feel free to ask. I always try to respond to everybody as fast as I possibly can. Let's take one more look at this orange and this blue. This blue, look at that. You can see where it's the dried spot. It's, to me, I think that's dead on. See where it's still wet, how it's lighter in color? And I'm guessing that's what this orange is going to do as well, because you can see how it's starting to tone down. It's not as bright of a color. So I think we're going to be good. All right, guys, have a good day. I will see you later on.